I'm Josh with Skid Pro. Today we're doing our quick start guide video for our mini soil conditioner. This is designed to get you up and running quicker and easier with a few tricks we've learned along the way. One of the features I love on our mini soil conditioner is our manual turnbuckle up front. That allows you to adjust your floating axle to be able to set the wheels where you want it. This is really personal preference and also tied into machine height. So if you've got a couple different brands, you may be jumping back and forth, you may need to adjust, but it allows you to quickly and easily set the down pressure of the wheels where it works best for you. Like I mentioned previously, I like to have my wheels always down. That gives me that consistent depth and levelness. And then I slowly bring my drum down to meet the ground, whether that's with my bucket tilt for the micro adjustment, or if it's my loader down for the significant adjustment. The wheels move pretty fast on the turnbuckle, so it doesn't take much for turns to get a change in the wheel height. And again, that's really personal preference, which takes a little trial and error what you like best. Another feature I really like is the wings. They help to carry that dirt, so when you're pulling high spots and you can fill in low spots rather than just kind of spreading the dirt out as it goes. These can be put on either in the rear position like they are, or in the forward position. You just have to swap sides. We have a locking nut on here and then a pin. You remove those two and you can go to put them in the front or the rear. So the first thing we do is hook up the soil conditioner on the QT plate, plug in the couplers as you can see, and then run your electrical. The electrical is the most important thing we really want to get, because if you don't zip tie it or take care to run that and route that in a safe way, it's sure to get down in the tracks or in the pinch point of your QT plate, and one little mistake and you'll snip that, and then you're just frustrated because a silly 12-volt cord is causing you downtime. So always make sure to run care both with your hoses and the electrical. We like to mount the box right here. Most minis don't have specific wiring plugs up front. There's no need because you can jump on and off easy. So we've got the universal controller, plugs right into my 12-volt cigarette lighter. So now we're good to go. The first thing we do The first suggestion when running this machine is to go to an area that's wide open rather than tight spaces. It just gives you a chance to learn without fear of hitting anything. So for me, the soil conditioner, obviously it windrows rocks, but it also does conditions the soil. Here we've got a chunk of ground that's full of rock and needs the soil tilled. This is a great attachment for seedbed prep. It tills and it kind of compacts slightly and just prepares for a hydro seed. Now the great thing about this, our soil conditioner, is it is dual directional, so it goes in both directions. Here you can see the drum is rotating away. That's traditionally the drive forward position. Now I'm going backwards here with my side plates installed in the reverse position so that I can catch some soil and carry it with me. That allows me to fill in the low spots and carry away the high spots while I'm windrowing the rock. So I'm going to run the other direction. Now you can see the drum is rotating towards me. I like to put my wheels on the ground first, give them a positive contact, and then from there we will simply start to use the loader arms up down for the big movements, and then also the bucket tilt for the micro adjustment. In order to run the tilt left or right, you need the drum rotating, and then you simply run your toggle whichever way. When there's a lot of down pressure on the wheels, it doesn't always adjust on the go as well. So you sometimes have to relieve that pressure. So here I'm going to adjust that a little bit. There we go. There we got a little turn. A little much. Okay. I start shallower and then I work my way up. So There I'm just doing a little bit of that bucket tilt. I'm actually putting more pressure on my wheels, and that lifts the drum off the ground. So that's where I do my micro adjustment. There again, up off the wheels, and now I'm carrying less dirt. And because I'm using my walking tandem, I'm leaving a flatter surface and being more in control. And I'm carrying the dirt the way my angle is. You can hear the rocks hitting. They're getting pulled over to the side, leaving my pass area clean. And then when I get to the end, I feather it up with my bucket tilt all the way to the right. There you can see it. And then I raise my floater arms. And you can see here all the rocks that carried, making it easy to either rake up or run your landscape rake. And here we've got a nice, the soil's conditioned, ready for hydroseed. And then here's my next row. I like to start with my one wheel on the area I've already done. That helps keep my level where it should be. Now here I am again, going backwards. And you just got to play with what you like for a depth. I'm carrying less soil this time. I'm not as deep. There I got a little deep again. As with any attachment, I prefer to run it, especially when I'm learning, run it in the straightest position possible. When you run an angle, you start working the two different planes of the attachment, and there's more going on, and it's harder to deal with. There you kind of have the idea of how that looks. Feather it up at the end, raise it, and then you leave that soil there, and then you'd come and rake those rocks, or you'd use the landscape rake. So now I'm going to go show a little bit what I would do driving forward. Again, one of the things when you're learning this the first time, keep it straight. It's always easier to handle with less side-to-side angle on the drum. I'm going to do a touch, just a touch of angle here, because we got all the rocks being windrowed. Again, I start there with my wheels on the ground. Whoops, my bad. I didn't change the drum. The drum was rotating towards me. Now I'm going to push it away from me. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Also, if you want to throttle down, sometimes that helps when you're learning. The machine is less jumpy, and it's just biting less. I like to take my time. That allows the drum to kick the rocks out of the way. And then also condition the soil. And here will be a good test where I'm going to get a little more aggressive, till up these weeds. See, I didn't feather that out this time. It left kind of a pile. That's what it'll do. But you can see initially here I wasn't deep enough, and I didn't condition those weeds very good. So we're going to go back and go a little bit deeper. There you can see all the dirt we're kicking up. Again, you just got to kind of experiment, get the feel. Throttle up a little bit, give us a little more torque. Again, slowing down certainly helps. Now again, if we want to feather that out, we're going to carry that soil, and then I'm going to do my bucket tilt up as I drive forward, and there you go. Now you've feathered it out at the end, which is what you do if you're kind of finishing up. And you can see how nice of a job we did there. Now when I went a little deeper, that's completely ready for hydro seed. I hope these tips get you up and running and enjoying your equipment faster. Thanks again for your purchase. And as always, our promise to you, better products, better service, happier customers.